and Long and Co will talk about something else to you, but I'm going to talk about journey to success and what does it mean to you, to me, to the band, to our brothers and sisters. I hope that throughout the day, you had an opportunity to have your mind and your heart open to the speakers, the presenters, the folks who you ran into, and listen to some of the things they said to you, or that you may have listened to today, to see if any of those actually inspired you to be a better person today or in the future. Because from the band's point of view, I'm going to talk about how our journey, how all the band members we went through the journey, and how we became we are today as individuals. So it's all about those little moments in time where you face adversity, or you make decisions, and years later you think about it and you say, if I have known it, I would have done it differently, right? So maybe you could reflect on some of that time, even you as teenagers right now. You may want to reflect on some of the decisions you've made that have affected some of the things that happen in your life now. So little moment actually define you as a person, and sometimes you have to identify what those moments are. So for me, for example, what defined Paradise and me as an individual was way back in 1989. Way back in 1989, yes. Just during the one summer, 2 months of a summer of 1989, before I became a senior in high school, that defined who I was I am now today as a musician. And because just like most of you have lots of friends in high school, and I could choose to do many things outside of music, but I chose to hang around, one particular friend of mine. Actually, he's here today, and he's the first person to actually show me how to hold a guitar, okay, in my junior year of my high school. And from that day on, I slowly got influenced into music. So I chose to hang around that one person who showed me the path to music and inspiration and writing music and songs. So without that, just that 2 months, without that 2 months of searching and getting exposed to music, well, Paradise would for sure not exist. We would not be able to tour. We would not have been able to write music, right? We would not, and definitely not here today talking to you. So that one little moment could change life, and it changed my life, okay, and the life of the band. So. So about you, what about you? Why are you here today, basically? You have to ask yourself that question. Why are you here? It's a Saturday, you can do a lot of things. And are you being forced to be here? Did your teacher say, hey, you gotta sign up because I'm going, so you're going. Go. But it's okay. Sometimes somebody has to show you the way because they want it so bad for you. Sometimes you can't, you don't know how bad you don't know how good it is for you, but other people know how good it is for you, so they want you to go to certain things or do certain things. So, but hopefully when you're here today, you've actually, it confirmed that, there are certain things that you can actually learn, okay? So if you walked away today with just one thing, maybe not even a sentence, maybe one word that you're able to use within the next 5 years, 10 years, 20 years of your life, then that's the little moment that makes a difference in your life. Okay, so I want you to remember that. I'm going to talk quickly about, success. I mean, Paradise has gone through a journey, and in the journey to success for the band, we put big emphasis on journey, okay? Not success, because unlike many other mainstream bands, you probably know our community is very small, right? I don't think that Paradise is actually successful, okay? Because I'll give you some example. One, none of us are millionaires. That's one thing, okay? Number two, if you go out there in the parking lot, we don't drive any fancy cars. Most of you or your parents, we like Toyota, so we drive Toyota cars. We don't live in big mansions like you see on TV, okay? And then, well, we don't have bodyguards, all right? Okay? And we can't do plastic surgery. Can't afford that. We're getting pretty old, right? This one young lady was asking, how old are you? I was like, I'm old enough to be your dad. Because I have a son your age. So we can't afford to do plastic surgery to take away our wrinkles or grow more hair. So we shop at the same Asian store as you do. How's that? We buy our rice there, we buy our freshly killed chicken there too. Oh, and by the way, we're our own paparazzis. So, see, we're not successful. But on the other hand, now that I reflect on our journey, I think we've been very successful in many other different ways. One is we were able to bring together lots of people through our music, okay? The music that's really speak to their heart. And music that can inspire people to comfort them when they're down, and hearing them sing, along with the songs when they're happy, that's a sign of success for us. It's having like privilege to perform in front of somebody who's like bed rested because they're terminally ill, and you sing them a song and they're like, a smile just comes to their face. See, that's an example of success there. Okay. What about making friends like with people all around the United States? People that if you walk by, they're strangers to you, and because we were in the band, we would make lifelong friends with them. How about the success of the joy, okay? The joy of seeing the awe in your kid's face, on your kid's face, in their eyes, when you drive through McDonald's, and the cashier says, "Is that you paradise?" And you're like, "Yeah," and they give you an extra pancake. And my daughter's like, "Oh, Dad, I got an extra pancake because they knew you." I was like, "Yeah, Grace, see? That's success right there, right?" Most importantly, it's about the skills, right, and the lessons that you learn that shape you as a person. So I had to learn through the band what I consider success is I learned to work with a team, okay? Building chemistry. In order to make music, you have to have chemistry between people who are very different backgrounds, different expertise. I learned to be responsible, okay? Very responsible because I know that these people count on me, right? So I can't let them down. I have to do my part. I learned that vision is by far the most important thing. Especially if you lead a band or a group or anything, you have to have vision. And if you can inspire the guys around you or the people around you you can inspire them, then they're gonna amaze you. They're gonna do things that are beyond what you expect of them. Okay? And then most importantly, I learned to understand people. Performing, go to meeting with a lot of people, I became a more compassionate person. I understand what they're feeling, their situation that they go through, and I'm able to create music for them. Because music is not for me. We don't create music for ourselves. We create music for people out there, based on what we learn from them and their experience. So what about you? What has shaped you today? Okay? Anything that caught your eye or your ear? What's the one word that's going to change you as a person in the next 5, 10, 20 years from now? When 20 years from now, I'd like you guys to reflect back and say, you know what? I'm who I am today, and I did the things I did in my life because I attended Journey to Success at Fresno State in 2015. And this person said this, and I used it in my life, and it changed me as a person. So that's my challenge to you, okay? And with that, I'll take you to the next song.